I literally just said I'm gonna record and then I didn't record. It happens. Okay. Hello again, recording. Um, Anyways, I am Coach Griffin. Nice to see you all. Thank you for joining our call today. We are talking about how to approach fitness and your workouts while on vacation without losing progress. So I know probably like we are full on in summer mode here. Um, Let me just, sorry, I'm going to make an adjustment really quick to my screen. I can't really see what I'm talking about. So, um, okay, here we go. Sorry about that. We are full on in summer mode here. So, um, I'm sure a lot of you, a lot of my clients have already started taking vacations this year. As kids are out of school, I think at least all the way across the United States, now that we are in, real summer and it's June 23rd, even those East Coast folks are officially out of school at this point. So lots of vacations happening. And it can be a little daunting, I think, when regardless of your goals and regardless of what your mission is with your coach, if you're working on a one-on-one coach or not, even on your own journey, whether it's a physique related journey or a health related journey or a muscle building related journey or kind of a combination of all of those. Whatever you are specifically working on at the moment, it can be a little daunting and a little intimidating to have this vacation up. And one, just the logistics of like planning for a vacation with the kids and all the things that go into that already. Um, but how to not lose you in the process and how to not lose your progress in the process. So specifically, there is a conversation about nutrition while traveling, and maybe that should be a follow-up email that one of us tackle. This one is going to be a little bit more specific to workouts while you travel. And if you are, for example, following our Hungry Fitness Physique program, a lot of it is about like you need load, and whether that's load at home with dumbbells and barbells and kettlebells and bands, or if that's load at a conventional gym with cables and Smith machines and all sorts of fancy machines and things. When you travel, sometimes you don't have access to load, specifically heavy load. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. So that can be very intimidating to be like on this plan and following, like, yes, I did my this day, this day, this day, this day. And then you see a week ahead where you can't hit your days and you get a little stressed about losing progress. So I am here to remind you that that is not actually the case. You will not lose progress, and I would challenge you to have a different kind of mindset for approaching your vacation. So, anyways, I also just got back from a trip. Have a couple more planned for the summer ahead and into the fall, actually. Um, and some thoughts that can creep into your head, sort of what I was talking about. Are you moving enough while on vacation? Maybe it's a beach vacation where you're doing a lot of just chilling by the pool or the beach. Good for you. That's awesome. But like that little voice in your head, am I moving enough? I've just been laying here all day. Or should I go find a gym? Like I've been so good about building muscle and following this program. Like it's Monday. I'm supposed to be at the gym for lower body day one. I mean, I know we're on full body sessions right now, but you get the point. I'm supposed to be at the gym for this, day one. Or like, is missing this week going to set me back? So I wonder, I imagine, I know with my clients, these are similar kinds of thoughts that they have. And I gather that lots of the community has experienced these kinds of thoughts while traveling and potentially not having access to a gym or just concern around it. But like I said, I want to assure you that rest is absolutely part of the plan. It's a critical part of the plan. And progress doesn't happen in regards to muscle building without the rest component. You will not build bigger muscles if you just go, 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 gym, 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 gym. You have to incorporate rest in there, whether it's like during your week format. I'm like, you'll see, like, there's nothing programmed. Even if you're following Hungry Fitness Physique to a T, there's nothing programmed on Sundays, and that's deliberate. Wednesdays is an optional sprint day. There's no lifting programmed on Wednesdays. That is also deliberate. So in your little week cycle or in your 6 week cycle or in your bigger 12-week cycle, however, whatever time frame sort of you're visualizing this, rest is a critical piece of the progress goal. You have to let the body rest and recover in order for it to build back stronger and and grow in size, which is the goal. Some muscle growth while, potentially searching for fat loss as well, or just muscle growth with that hypertrophy example. And I know that's not everybody's journey, but just as an example. Um, so talking about some of the reasons why it's important to rest, and maybe doing some inventory on what's even going on at home. Like if you're experiencing any of this not on vacation at home, like like tweaks and the chronic little injury thing, it might be worthwhile to sort of pause and evaluate what your workout schedule looks like. Do you need to throw an extra rest day in there? Do you need to throw a deload week in there? Um, but in the sort of view of vacation, a well-timed break from your workouts is often exactly what your body needs. Um, Specifically looking at Hungry Fitness Physique, because I know a lot of you and a lot of us are following Hungry Fitness Physique. We don't program deload weeks. And it's not because they're not critical. They are critical, but we don't program them because we are programming for lots and lots of people. And the idea is that folks will take their deload weeks as needed on vacation, for example. So people's vacations pop up at different times. That's an opportunity for you to take a rest week or a deload week as it so happens in your life, or a week during the holidays, or a super stressful week at work, or how whatever it looks like. But it is important for you to think about where in that 6 week cycle or 12-week cycle would it make sense to fully rest for a week or deload. So move at the gym with less intensity and less load. So less weight on the bar or less weight on the dumbbells. Um, so the reason we do that is to increase long-term muscle growth. It's important to give your body those deliberate deloads or those deliberate rests so that we can continue to build muscle. Also to prevent injury and burnout. There's only so long that we can go, 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 go before our body just starts getting a little grumpy and a little tweaky and a little from a mental perspective, like you just get sick of going to the gym and doing the same thing over and over and over again. So whether that's changing up your workout, going a little lighter, going to a different gym, taking a week off to hike and get outside, or the vacation, from a mental perspective, it's going to be important. To improve hormonal health, just to make sure that you're not constantly like driving at a really, really high intensity. So, progress is made with stress and recovery, and stress and recovery. Progress is not made with chronic stress. Like you have to be able, stress is critical and it's important, and stress is what creates adaptations. Stress is what allows your muscles to grow. Stress is what allows us to lose body fat. Stress is what makes us mentally tough and all sorts of things, more resilient. So stress is an important piece of the equation. But if you can't recover from that stress, it's doing you no good. So it is that beautiful balance of stress and recovery. And that's what we're talking about here today. Allowing the recovery to happen. And if it so coincides with the vacation, let it. And then this sort of is part of the same thing in terms of increasing long-term muscle growth. Also, your ability to enhance training performance over time. If you're avoiding injury, if you're avoiding burnout, if you are allowing your muscles to grow bigger, you're going to continually, your performance is going to increase over time. You're going to continually get better and better and better in the gym. So absolutely that week off, whether it's deliberate at home or whether it's on vacation, is strategic. And I want you to have the confidence to know that it's purposeful and strategic. Um, So, and I think some ways to shift your mindset around vacation so that you're not losing momentum, so that you are enjoying yourself. Of course, movement is still going to be fantastic. Movement is always good for your body. Outside time is good for your body for a whole host of circadian rhythm and hormonal reasons. So we are not discouraging movement, but sometimes a break from heavy lifting and a break from that intensity is important. So some things to sort of pivot to might be prioritizing natural movement. So whatever your vacation looks like. If it's to a new urban city where you're going to be, downtown, you have an opportunity to like walk miles and miles and miles that day. So potentially rather than going to all the sightseeing places and whatever, like restaurant to restaurant to restaurant to cafe to cocktail to whatever you're doing that day to explore a new city. Try not to hop in Uber, cab, cab, cab. Try to walk the city. You also get the benefit of like, whoops, taking a wrong turn and getting lost and seeing a whole new like part of a city that you would have never seen. Walking new cities is one of my favorite ways to actually like see a city for real rather than just going to the tourist place and just going to the tourist. Like that's important. That's why you went on that trip. But the walking the city, getting a little lost, popping into a local cafe is really a beautiful part of seeing like the more local and cultural side of a city. So walk your patootie off in an urban environment. And if you're outside, if it's more of like an adventure trip or a beach trip, that's probably going to be a little more organic anyways. Maybe you're taking a walk on the beach every morning and evening. Maybe you're swimming in the ocean. Maybe you're going out with the girls and dancing in the evening, sort of whatever it looks like. Just, knowing that you're moving a lot and incorporating movement in a playful and a way to like learn the world around you that you don't get to be in very often. Um, so I think that can be really, really fun way to incorporate movement, and a fresh way to move without it being gym. Um, I think also using active rest as a tool. So, like I talked about, it doesn't mean doing nothing. Really being in tune with what feels good with your body. So, some things that maybe we don't do a great job of prioritizing at home. It would be great to prioritize when life is a little slower, you have a little more time. So, whether that means some stretching, some yoga, a lot of like if you happen to be at a resort or a hotel or something like that, if you don't know where to begin with yoga, if you don't know where to begin with stretching, there's a lot of classes offered sometimes. So like pop down to the class at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and oftentimes it's like beachside and beautiful. So try something you've never tried before that's a little bit more in that mobility, stretching, recovery sphere. Um, that can feel really good and sort of open you up to things like, oh, I've never done yoga before. I actually quite enjoy it. And maybe that's something you bring home and incorporate into your routine at home. We probably all need a little more focus on stretching and like breath work, mobility, PT kind of stuff. So dabbling when you have a little more time to dabble and in a setting that you know has something to offer. I encourage you to explore it and maybe bring it home with you. It will certainly do nothing but good for your body. I think bringing people with you on your movement journey is really important. I think it can be really fun. It can be really meaningful. So things like whoever you're traveling with, whether it's just a partner, whether it's your whole family, like immediate nuclear family, whether it's your bigger family, whether it's a girls' trip, whatever it might look like, I think like walks can be a great thing to incorporate on vacation with people. So walking in the morning to get coffee, walking along the beach, like whatever it looks like, taking a hike to a beautiful view. Um, I think that is something that can really be an opportunity for connection and relationship building as well. So it's like a time to talk and share and laugh and be in the moment with whoever you're there with. I like we have so few of those at home when like work and school and life and phones and TV and news and all we're inundated with lots of stuff all the time, lots of stressful stuff, lots of things that are hard, and we don't have a lot of capacity to connect and laugh and really form relationships with people at home or nurture relationships with people at home. Vacation is a great place to do it. So like for like taking an evening stroll or a morning stroll with your partner, for example, on vacation. It's a great time to connect. It's a great time to be like, "Oh yeah, I like you. I forgot." And then it's something that like if if you guys can be good about it, like bring that home, bring that habit home with you and start doing it at home so that you can remember you like each other at home and just like keep a little opportunity for connection rather than getting like life thrown right back at you. So again, that's not like super gym related, but it's a way to move and it's a way to nurture relationships um, coming back home. Um, I think if you are itching to move a little bit and you don't have access to a gym, great, move a little bit. So you can do this in a lot of different kinds of ways. You can do it in your hotel room. You can do it at your Airbnb if that's what you happen to be at. You can do it right outside of wherever you're staying, whether it's a house or a hotel. You can do it like on the beach. I'm sure there's somewhere that you can just lay a towel down and do it on the beach. So some sort of little body weight circuit is great. Get the heart rate up, get a little sweat in, make you feel, like you moved in a like slightly more intense way. So this would just be an example of something that you could do. EMOM stands for every minute on the minute, and it's like 10 minutes, like very low barrier to entry, very low time commitment. So you can do a 10-minute every minute on the minute, for example. You can make it 15 if you want to, whatever. Um, so you can do either something just like this, like 15 air squats, 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 30-second plank. I kind of like the idea of like a 10 to 15 minute EMOM, and you might pick 2 to 4 of the following of like several different things to alternate every minute. So, you
Nice.
can do air squats plus push-ups on minute number 1, and then some sit-ups on minute number 2, and then just back and forth for 10 or 15 minutes and call it good. Burpees are another one that you can do anywhere. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
I like
push-ups,
that.
sit-ups.
100 burpees, 10 at a time.
Yep, yep, that's a great
That
one.
is like, then you will feel that, or I at least do feel that in the whole body, like the next couple of
Absolutely.
days.
Yeah, you like it'll get your heart rate up. Like it's
Yeah.
doable, but it'll get your heart rate up. And like you look back and it's only been 10 minutes, like I just did 100 burpees. When was the last time you did 100 burpees? It's been a while. It's been a minute since we did 100 burpees. And good for you. You just did it while people were like, finishing getting ready for the morning or whatever. Like it's a 10-minute, people don't notice that you're gone for 10 minutes. So if you really want to do something, you can get it done pretty quickly and feel pretty great. Um, Also, I think, there is, if you are somebody who just like really, really loves the gym, I think it's about a mindset thing in terms of following a program or going to a gym or lifting. It should not be a chore on vacation. It should not be something that you're dreading. It should not be something like, oh, I have to leave my family and leave my friends to go do this. However, if the gym brings you joy, if you're somebody who's like, I love the gym, I can't wait to go see what the hotel gym has, or I can't wait to go see what this gym around the corner. Like some folks just really love dropping into new gyms and seeing what equipment they have. And so if that is you, if you friggin' love it, it does not mean that deload weeks are not important for you. They are important for you too. And you're somebody that definitely needs to look in the mirror and make sure that you are taking your deload weeks and taking your rest days. If you are, but you still love the gym and you still want to work it in on vacation, of course, work it in on vacation. I think some hotel gyms and some local gyms are super fun and super nice. Like I've been to a couple hotel gyms that I walk into and I'm like, whoa, this is the best gym ever. I can't wait to go play. So a lot of local gyms offer day passes. There's often new toys to play with. So if you're that person, like it's go work out when you're on vacation, like absolutely. But you don't have to. Again, it's how does it make you feel? How does it make like how have you negotiated your time with the people around you? Those are all things to sort of think about whether the gym is going to like what's the cost benefit analysis of going to the gym while on vacation. Um, so I think that's what I was talking about in terms of redefining progress while you're away. Um, Oftentimes, vacation and stepping away from the gym, like for both of which and different for different reasons, are exactly what your nervous system needs. It's like sometimes just from a strength perspective or a fat loss perspective, your body needs a break. Oftentimes we all can relate to this from a mental health perspective and a capacity perspective. We need a vacation, we need a break. So just like when you're at work and you can tell it's like I can't wait for this vacation, I'm about to like go bonkers, like I need this vacation. For like when you're there, your body might be there too. Sometimes it's lined up at the same time, so you should be taking that gym break while on vacation. Sometimes they're not lined up at the same time. So, like knowing those cues for when your body is telling you that similar kind of thing. If you're starting to get tweaky kind of injury things all the time, if you are a little chronically tired, if you are starting to dread the gym, that like you might want to start asking yourself, do I need to take a deload week or a rest week, even if I don't have a vacation upcoming?
Also, like constantly soreness, like that just never goes away. If that's not normal, or if it is normal, I would say probably look it up anyways. But yeah, that also.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like a little bit of that going down into that like overtraining sphere. And that's more of a chronic thing to think about, but like awareness around like I think we're much more in tune to it in a mental way or like specifically related to work often. Like when you need a break from work, even at home. Like when your people at home are driving you crazy, you know when you need a break from the people at home. So just having a little bit of that awareness for your body as well. We all need breaks in all facets every now and then. So really that is pretty much what I had. Just knowing you're not falling off track. A week off is not going to derail you. In fact, it's probably a good thing. Um, Truly enjoy your vacations to the full extent. Just like get out there and play in the new world and the new environment that you're in. Experience the new world and new environment that you're in with the people that you're traveling with. If the gym fits into that equation, great, go play, have a great time. If the gym doesn't fit into that equation, I promise you it will be waiting for you when you get back. It will still be there. All of your workouts will still be there. I guess that's another piece just to follow up. You don't need to make up the workouts that you missed while you're gone. You just let them go. It's like they left. You deliberately missed them. You come back on your fresh Monday and you start wherever the program is. You do not need to make anything up. Those missed days were important missed days. So that is all I have. Any thoughts, questions?
I think it was a great message. I think that is going to be appreciated. And yeah, I'm going to
Good.
try to get my husband out for a walk after this.
Yes, there you go. Go build those
I
relationships.
feel inspired.
Yes. Remind yourself that you like that person. Go on a walk. All right, everybody, have a great week. Have a great vacation if you have one coming up, and we will chat soon. Bye.